Welcome to Business Analysis Techniques. This is week 9, and I'm your online instructor, Diana Block. This is the summer 2014 quarter, and we're going to go right to looking at the problems that you are assigned this week. This is a copy of the spreadsheet that's attached with your problems, and this is at the end of chapter 9 of the online textbook, and there is a table within chapter 9 that you can also use as an example. Table 9.4 is your example, and your actual problem that you're going to work is problem 9-33 at the end of chapter 9. Let's take a look at that online textbook, because you'll need to make sure you're looking at this figure goes along with problem 9-33, this network problem that you're going to work here. So make sure you're viewing that. And then the actual problem itself is here, problem 9-33. It's right here at the bottom of page 353 of the online textbook. 353 right there. 9-33 is at the very bottom. Then to get the network model, you'll have to go to the next page and look at this network model for 9-33. And so with the assignment, after you've read the chapter, you'll have the information of how you're going to connect the nodes, starting off with node 1, and list all the unconnected nodes, and then indicate the closest unconnected node, the closest node that's not connected, and that'll tell you which arc you're going to select. And then the information in the illustration gives you the arc length and the total distance. So then you'll go down to the remaining nodes that are unconnected, list the unconnected nodes, and then out of that group, the closest unconnected node and that arc. So you'll complete that all the way down until you come up with the total distance of wire that's needed. So this doesn't have any like complicated formulas or anything, no functions in Excel. You're just going to visually look at the network model and determine which nodes are the closest and the arc length to get your total distance of wire that's going to be needed. Now with problem 2, you are going to use some Excel functions, and so with this, and again, after you've read all of the chapters assigned, why don't I have Unit 10, Unit 9 open? Let me go to here. But after you have done all the reading for chapter 9, these problems will be more familiar to you once you've read chapter 9 and then chapter 13. These last two problems actually relate to chapter 13. So once you've read that, you'll have more information on what to do with these. But what you're going to do is fill out all these green areas. So you're going to fill out the probability. And so the probability, of course, is going to be the number of cars arriving divided by the total number of cars. So the number of cars arriving divided by the total number of cars, that's going to give you your probability of this frequency. And so you'll complete each of those. And then you'll enter the probability range lower, which on this first one, the probability is 0 to whatever this answer is. And then this response will go here, and that range will go up to a cumulative of these two probabilities. So what I'm saying will make a lot of sense once you've read the chapter, and there's an example in there in the book also that talks about how you're going to complete this. But you're going to enter all the probabilities, and you're going to use a formula, which is the number of cars arriving divided by the total number. The probability range here is going to be 0, and these probability ranges after that are always going to be the maximum cumulative probability of the previous line. Okay? And so once you've got that done, then you can do your VLOOKUP. So your VLOOKUP, and again, this is in the chapter, so you'll have to read that and use that chapter as an example of how to complete a VLOOKUP. But you're going to tell the Excel in this cell to do a VLOOKUP, and you're going to tell it to look up this random number in this table, and you're going to tell it to return the number that's in this column. So the VLOOKUP has three portions of the function. What number do I look up? Which is going to be this. Where do I look it up? You're going to look it up here. What number do you want me to put here? The number in this column. So that's how you do the VLOOKUP. And then over here, you'll generate your own random numbers using the random number function in Excel, and then do the VLOOKUPs again to find out the average number of cars arriving. So then this last problem that you have for this week, you're going to calculate your probabilities up here, similar to before. And you're also going to calculate your probability ranges and cumulative probabilities, same as you have seen before in the chapter. Then you're going to move down and generate this production or this gift card budget plan. And so the first thing you'll need to fill in is the number of back orders. So the number of back orders, the first one is 0. We're starting off the month with no back orders. And the next day, the back orders is going to be equal to the total number of customers waiting minus the actual production for the previous day. So the total number waiting minus the actual production, that gives us the next day's back orders. So to calculate the number of new customers waiting, you'll have to do the VLOOKUP. You're going to do a VLOOKUP on this random number right here to get the total number of total number of new customers. Then to get the total number waiting, you're going to take any back orders. No, you're going to take any of these new customers waiting that you had here, and then you're going to add that to your back orders. So that'll give you waiting. Any back orders plus new customers, that's your total number waiting. So to get your possible production, this is where you're going to do another VLOOKUP. You're going to do a VLOOKUP on using this random number to get the possible production. And then your actual production is going to be the lesser of, actual production is going to be the lesser of either your total production or your total waiting. So you'll have to write a function in Excel that'll give you the smaller of these two numbers. And you'll complete those all the way down for every day. So then when you've got that filled in, you're going to get your average back orders per day. So Excel has an average function, so you'll use that to get an average of all these back orders. And then your gift card budget per month. The problem tells you about your gift card budget per month, that it is $10 times for 30 days times the average back order. So here it is. Find the average number of back orders per day. It's a $10 gift card to each customer who is back ordered. And there's a 30-day month. So based on $10 for each back order for 30 days times the average back orders per day, that'll give you your gift card budget per month. So those are the three problems that you're going to work this week for Unit 9. If you have any questions, feel free to send me those. I have no problem answering those within a few short hours, maximum of 24 hours to get a response. And make sure you participate in the discussion this week also. We do have a discussion. And I look forward to talking with you soon, and have a great week.